Well, the much anticipated Apple Watch will finally make it into the hands of consumers today, at least some consumers. So what should investors expect of Apple's stock as a result? Well, joining us now to talk about that is Eric Schiffer, CEO of Patriarch Equity. Eric, great to speak with you this morning.
Good to see you. Good to talk with you, Morgan.
So what is your take on the Apple Watch so far? Do you think consumers' reactions, what do you think they will be when they finally get their hands on this Apple Watch? Do you think they're going to be excited or underwhelmed?
I think it depends on who it is. If it's a tech-savvy person, I think they're going to be somewhat underwhelmed, unfortunately. Most people, though, I think will like it that are on the Apple devotee side because it's a new thing. It's certainly Tim Cook's newest innovation. But is it a Steve Jobs superb invention? No. I think that many people are going to be on the sidelines watching to see how it evolves because right now you still need an iPhone. So it's not exactly the most perfect invention yet.
And it's interesting you say that because when we have seen iPhones and other Apple devices hit stores, we've seen I just think of the last iPhone launch, which I was covering here in New York City. I mean, the stores in Manhattan were swamped. It was lines down the street for blocks and blocks and blocks. With the Apple Watch, it's really been a push for people to order these online. I mean, do you expect to see crowds moving into stores with this launch?
Not to the levels that we've seen on the iPhone side, no. This will not be a Steve Jobs-like super launch in any way. We are seeing some crowds in Europe already, in London, and certainly in Australia, but again, not like iPhone. So I don't think it will be that way. I think Apple designed it to some level to be a little bit less expansive, consistent with the way they normally would launch a product. It was conservative in that way. So I think that that's the types of things that you'll see if you go to the different stores.
And of course, I think the multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar question here is how many of these watches do we expect this company to sell, both in terms of this first quarter that it's coming out and hitting the market, and for the year, and then of course, in response to that, how Apple stock is going to respond. Any thoughts?
You know, it's hard to know particularly. There are many different analysts' evaluations. My sense is it will be an average in terms of overall sales. So, what that number is going to be, probably somewhere in the 20 range. But long term, it's really a question of how they evolve the watch. To the extent that there are a lot of great apps that exist, to the extent that they may make it bigger, because you got to remember the whole reason that this new iPhone has done well is it's a bigger screen. So now we're going to a smaller screen. It doesn't make the most sense. So I think if they come out perhaps with a bigger watch screen and consumers adapt to that, if the apps are better, you could see this really take off. But right now, I think there are a lot of question marks as to whether this is going to be a long-term seller. It's a wait and see. And many people like me and others and friends are on the sidelines. They're watching. They want to see how well this will adapt and how well people like it before they actually go in and make the purchase.
So you're waiting. You personally are holding off to buy your Apple Watch.
I am holding off, and I know others that are holding off.
I'll be honest, I haven't ordered mine yet either, so we'll have to see. Eric Schiffer, great to speak with you. Thanks for watching. I'm Morgan Brennan. Have a great day.
Hey YouTube fans, I'm Landon Downey from CNBC. Thanks so much for checking out our channel. Here you'll find videos packed with all the info that you need to be smarter about your finances. Be sure and subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me to see CNBC's original series Young Money, Tech Bet, Kramer's Mad Money, and all the latest from CNBC.